Hey basketball players, my name is Alan from Al's Basketball Training, and today I'm going to talk to you about how you can get more playing time in your next basketball game. Now this is coming from a coach's and player's perspective. I am a championship player who has made it all the way to the NBA Development League before I was basically had a career-ending injury. And as a coach, I'm a championship coach. I've won numerous championships here in Ontario. Now, from there, this is how I see it as a player and as a coach. So first, I'm going to give you the coach's perspective, and then I'm going to give you the player's perspective of how you need to start thinking to be able to get more playing time. Now, first off, as a coach, there's a few pet peeves that I had with a few of my players, and that is showing up for practice. If you're not in practice, you're probably not going to be playing games. Next, that's an easy one. Next, you need to be coachable. And what does that mean? Is if I'm telling you, hey, if you're getting a rebound, keep it up high, because if you have it low, they're going to be slapping it away, and you continue to bring it down low, that shows me that you're not listening. Now, if you come out and your coach says it to you the second or third time, and you know that, hey, I'm trying to remember to keep it up high, but you can just keep on bringing it down low. Let your coach know, hey, I'm trying. I messed up. I'm going to try and remember to keep it up high next time, because that way, at least you're communicating with your coach, saying, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying my hardest, because that actually goes a long way. Next is in game. So as a coach in game, if my players are going and just taking stupid shots, and what I mean by a stupid shot is they're doing a three-point fadeaway with two players in their face, to me that's a stupid shot, unless you're James Harden. And I doubt that there's many high school players who play like James Harden. So, if you are playing in a game, take smart shots. If your shot's open, take it. Even if you're a center, I don't care if you're 7 feet tall, if you have an open three-point shot, take it. That's my personal perspective on things. However, at the same time, if you're a center, or if you're not a center and you're a guard, and you're in the low post, and you have a double team drop onto you, or out in the mid-range, or out in the three-point line, or at the point, you have a double team on you, what does a double team mean? A double team means that you have two players defending you at the same time. So, what you need to know is, hey, I got two players on me, that means that there's somebody open, and you need to find that player who's open. Now that leads me into another point, which is you need to pass. If you want to get more playing time in basketball, you need to be able to pass the ball. If you're dribbling the ball up the court, that's totally fine. But back to back, if you're trying to break your player's ankles and drive towards the rim, your teammates are going to get pissed off at you for one thing. But the second thing is if you continue to do the exact same thing, the defense is going to understand what you're trying to do, which is to try and take your man one-on-one, and they're going to throw a double team or a triple team on you and shut you down. And now if you continue to still drive on that double team or that triple team, what's going to happen is you're going to get a lot of turnovers, you're going to make your team look not that great, your teammates are going to be ticked off at you, your coach is going to be ticked off at you, and you're going to be sitting on the bench. So make sure to dribble with your head up and be able to pass the ball. Okay, so now from a player's perspective, as I mentioned earlier, I was a player and I made it all the way to a pro league. Even though I didn't last long there, I still made it to that rank. Now, as a player, I have had numerous coaches who just don't want to communicate. And you're going to end up having at least one coach who doesn't like to communicate, tell you what he's looking for in you, and you're just going to be sitting. Now, there's nothing worse than that. I've had coaches like that. Shit, my senior high school coach was like that. Now, if your coach is not communicating with you, telling you, hey, this is why you're sitting on the bench, what you need to do is go up to him and say, yo, dude, why? Maybe not say call him dude. That might be derogatory to whatever he thinks. Call him, hey, coach, what's going on? Why am I sitting? Is there anything I can do to get better so that I can get more playing time? Now, if he says you're number 12 on the bench or you're number 12 on the team because we have 3 all-stars who are on the court, we need to have them playing. We have a solid bench, so you're just kind of like a walk-on, like the last couple seconds of the game if we're down or up by a ton. Then you say, okay, so again, question is, how can I get better? What do I need to improve? If it's everything, how am I going to do that? and then hopefully try and have them open up to you to be able to tell you what you need to improve on. Now you're probably thinking you have at least one coach sometime in your career or maybe in the future that he just hates you, hates your guts. He keeps on yelling at you, he keeps on screaming at you. I've had coaches like that, and there's actually a good reason for it. Now, in his mind, as a coach's mind, he's thinking that he really cares about you because he's trying to get you to improve. He's yelling at you, screaming at you to get you to improve. Now, those are the coaches that you want to scream at you, because if he stops screaming at you, that means that he has given up on you. If he starts yelling at you, saying, get back on defense, get lower, if he stops screaming stuff like that at you, that means that he's probably given up on you, and you don't want that. So those are the coaches that you need to communicate with and say, thanks coach, and start doing it. If he's saying get lower, get lower. If he's saying get higher, straighter up, get straighter up, whatever it may be. But go up to him afterwards and say, do you think I got better at getting lower or whatever? And if he says, you did, that's great. If he says you didn't, you just need to get lower, just say, how low do I need to get? Because now you're communicating with your coach to know, hey, I'm trying to improve, so I thank you for letting me know on that. And there's some really hard-nosed coaches who are like that, but it actually means that they care. Now, I hope that this video has helped you some. I know it would have helped me if I was a younger player. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys again tomorrow for another twice a day basketball video.